Thailand, research of Delhi University. I am member of Association of Asia Pacific Studies. Professor Lipi Ghosh of Karnataka University is General Secretary of President of Association of Asia Pacific Studies. She is worked on Thailand, research on Thailand, and I salute Professor Y. Misra, Professor and Head of the Department of History, Magadha University. He has also been a President of other than India countries in Indian History Congress section. Mysore Congress, Indian History Congress. And so Professor Y. Misra. So there has been so many research has been done on. So many research has been done on Thailand. Thailand is very important research country that is known as Siam. In ancient times it was known as Siam Desh. Like Burma is Burma Desh.
Burma is a Myanmar.
No, but Burma comes from Brahma. Brahmaputra. That is Brahma. Brahma and Siam, both are joining countries.
Yes.
So, and Delhi University. But here, in 2008, I was flying to, along with Professor Sajan Sahib, Pansri, Professor Anda Sastri, Gyanpit in Sanskrit. Flight to Bangkok. First flight to Bangkok. Landed in the morning at Bangkok. And first time entry through Green Gate. The first time I had a diplomatic visa, and there was a conference at Grand Palace, very close to, and my presentation was on Milind Paigno. Question of Milind, the text. I was speaking on that. I was researching, my research was published also. This is ICCR conference, diplomatic conference, and there was a good gathering, good presence of Thammasat University and His Excellency, Thailand's ambassador to India was himself, because it was organized by Thailand ambassadors. Yeah. And so, Professor Sajan Sahib had, as a fellow of Indian Institute of Iran, Simla, worked on Prince Chulalongkorn, and Chulalongkorn, Prince of Thailand, the Siam, who had been in India at the invitation of Voice of India in 1885, and in and around Delhi, Racket Court, Flagstaff, and now Vidhan Sabha, there it was a dumb exercise of how the British India, in 1885, British Indian Army was the most powerful in the world. And so, in just 1885, Burma was already was made a part of India, and that so the Prince Chulalongkorn watched intelligently, being a Buddhist of a Buddhist country, like Burma was also a Buddhist country at that time, but they had lost that, the diplomacy they lacked. He returned to Bangkok, and like a good, intelligent Buddhist prince, he never come into confrontation with the British India and followed the policy of Buddhist economic policies. And like you see in that time, in that period, when the British India and British Indian Army were the top in the world, like today is superpower, at that time military power was India. Even China was broken into melons. Everyone was breaking. But Thailand, Siam, Bangkok followed the policy of economic development, economic progress. And that is the reason that Bangkok is, even those days, became the light of Asia. That was the Prince Chulalongkorn research. And so, and here, how the Buddhist Asia and Buddhist India remained focused on research. And even Nehruji, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru's book, great learner of Buddhism. That learning had helped and saved India after 62 war. There was no confrontation, no militarizations, but specializations that gives the strength to stand at that worst time. As India had stood strong even after military defeat. Today India and Buddhism, that is spiritual strength of India and Thailand and Buddhism that remained and that imbibed by Thailand, that became a light of Asia. So that I am telling you that why Buddhism is the light of Asia. So it is very close to the even see. Even a Thai statue that he is standing and looking towards the Vice Chancellor's office in the Buddha Jayanti is a gift of Thailand. The gift of Thailand. This statue was given by the Thai Students' Union.
But Siam is known, also Krishna and Janmashtami is today.
So that is a close bond culture in that one. And I am telling you, so I salute Professor Y. Mishra who had really presented. So that should be, and that is also in Indian history, Congress proceedings, and as a president, section president of India and other countries, at Mysore Congress, he had really presented of Thailand. And Professor Lipi Ghosh, right now is professor of history in Calcutta University, founder of Asia Pacific Series, and this Asia Pacific Series is coming out as a very important subject to explore, to research, like Bangkok, Hong Kong, Shanghai and Singhol in Punjab. They're all center of great importance of economic progress of the country, and as Hong Kong, Shanghai is the commercial capital of China. So the Shanghai name comes from here, Sangha. So all these important research should be revived to make India again the book and the novel written by Amitabh Ghosh, Glass Palace. I hope if Subhash Chandra Bose would have read Buddhist text, would have not fallen in trap of military adventure which he had done by forming and coming, but he had really successfully come up to Burma, up to Imphal. But this is the time and factors is very important. What type of policy you are doing, but the policy of Buddha, policy of Buddhism, or you can say what we have followed the
Panchshil
policy of Panchshil that was imbibed and implemented, is created by as a brilliant foreign minister and Prime Minister of India by Jawaharlal Nehru. That is the message of research, and his book, Professor Saha's book, is also on there on Prince Chulalongkorn. Is the research he has done as a fellow in Shimla.
Okay.